Good morning, Oklahoma, and welcome to Cow-Calf Corner. This week's topic, we revisit a best management practice we refer to as fence line weaning. If we haven't yet, we'll be weaning those spring-born calves soon. What are we talking about whenever we get into the concept of fence line weaning? Basically, we know that when we wean, we're going to separate cows from calves. If we can fence line wean calves, we are trying to permit dams and calf to still have some nose-to-nose social interaction across a fence, and it will reduce the amount of stress on those calves at weaning. We're typically talking about doing this for about 4 to 10 days when we fence line wean. We know that calves will tend to eat more, drink more, and gain more weight and basically stay healthier short-term and long-term if we can fence line wean. Now, what do we need in order to practice this? We need some kind of a fence that's sturdy enough and strong enough to permit that social interaction without actually permitting the calves to nurse. Typically, a 5-strand barbed wire fence can do the job. We want to, if possible, leave the calves in the same pasture where they've been raised and actually move the cows across the fence. This comes with the added advantage that the calves already know where water is, where shade is, or potentially where feed is in that particular pasture. And so, just as a means of reducing stress on calves, getting them off to a quicker start at that point that we do wean, if we can fence line wean, it is always a positive and pays dividends. And we want to make sure our fences are good. When it's not possible to leave the calves in the same pasture when they've been raised, if we're actually going to be moving the calves across the fence and they're going to have to find feed and water and shade, it is good, if possible, to orient water sources, feed sources, some source of shade along that fence line. We know the calves and cows are going to interact there. They're going to be more likely to find those things and get off to a better start and avoid more stress. And along the lines of avoiding stress, we want to, if at all possible, avoid castration, dehorning, and giving that round of vaccinations at the point we actually wean those calves. If we can wait a week or two down the road, or potentially have done that a few weeks prior, we're going to make the weaning process itself less stressful. I hope this helps, and as always, thanks for joining us this week on Cow-Calf Corner.